The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, Reality Check, featuring in-depth interviews with today's reality TV stars. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Reality Check.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Black Hollywood Live's Reality Check. I'm your host, Ashley Gray, and joined with me, Corinne Williams. And Jesse Janity. What's up, everybody? It is Super Bowl Sunday. Who are you going for? Me, myself, I'm just there for Beyonce. Jesse?
Beyonce and Lady Gaga. And
right.
Hopefully if Rihanna about to drop this video.
I'm dabbing with Cam.
Of course, we won't. Cam, we won't
I forgot this
it.
actually is
They don't know
sport
who he
playing.
is. They're like, it's Beyonce an athlete?
So let's talk about Amber and Cam's new selfie that they posted.
Womp, womp,
What is
womp.
this all about? Like, seriously, when I saw it, I'm like, let me go ahead and mention Corinne and Jesse under this Instagram photo because I was so confused.
Girl, I was confused too. I was just looking like just a day ago. But then all these rumors are swirling. And I posted something. Wait, are Amber, Kanye, and Kim going to be on the new Love and Hip Hop Hollywood or something? And someone's like, no, they're filming it for Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
So who are the best friends? Malika and...
And Chloe.
No, Malika, the two twins.
Oh, yeah.
Malika.
So Malika.
Malika and what's her sister name?
Khadijah.
Oh,
These fools.
Malika and Malika.
Reality acts on them.
So I recently had the opportunity to interview them on the carpet
that
for the
show get canceled?
NAACP
It won't be picked
Image
up for another
Awards.
season. It was born.
And I asked them, so is Kim and Amber best friends all of a sudden? And they pretty much laughed it off and said, no, like, don't be mistaken by a photo. They are not friends, and they're just handling their business like adults.
Since when? Because what would be great if they were to actually handle their business as adults was for none of us to know the
Exactly.
goings on of what Kanye said about this whole Wiz and Amber situation and what Amber had to say about Kanye's booty hole. Just saying.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and check out that interview at blackhollywoodlive.com because I was feeling the shade.
I mean, here's my thing. I ain't gonna be fully mad if, you know what I mean, they're coming together to have a conversation about... I can't wait to watch that interview.
Bad day.
No, because she told me about the end of the interview.
Yeah, she went in, honey.
I did.
I appreciated it, though.
But, well, who else
exciting.
went in is The Game is going in right now, y'all. On Miss Amber Rose herself, actually, because she felt like commenting. So The Game is being sued. You know the reality show he did, She Got Game?
Yeah,
Yes.
and he didn't like any of the girls. You
But the
could tell
thing is,
his fear
he
was
went
there.
in on the girl calling her a man. That woman is beautiful. Like, how could you hate on... I think she's
I wish I
gorgeous.
had
She
to.
looks interesting on television.
Well, I went to her Instagram account. Like, her pictures are really pretty.
You can do a lot with your Instagram.
That's right, filters.
Here's the thing. No, she's not. No, she's not an ugly. She ain't ugly. Clearly.
She's beautiful.
She is pretty.
She's cute.
But she's crazy. So I had to do AfterBuzz
That makes
like
everything
the whole season. So I had to
interesting.
watch every episode, and she's
I watched
beyond psycho. Everyone, the girls, I've talked to the girls behind the scene, low key. They were like,
But that makes for interesting television. Do we want to see, like, a snooze fest?
it also
check
makes
out...
for interesting real reality.
But
because
Cocktails
she
with Chloe,
carried-
hello, prime example.
She did have P. Diddy on.
Okay. Well, so this girl sued The Game for $10 million, saying that she left the show because he sexually assaulted her. She said she wasn't wearing panties, and he put his hand down her skirt, or up in her skirt, and rubbed on her bald vagina.
Ugh.
And she was feeling some sort of way. So she sued her for $10 million. So she went to court. He didn't show up.
Nope.
Because he didn't.
He was overseas.
Maybe he didn't think it was serious. He
Rapping.
was overseas, busy keep counting his money, delivering water to Flint.
Come on, shouts out.
And she won the case.
For $10 million?
Well, so
No.
she has to prove she won because he didn't show up. But she has to prove why she deserves $10
$10 million.
So how much did she get?
We don't know
There's
that yet.
no
She has
judgment
to
yet.
prove.
She has to prove it, and so now the game's lawyers have, now got involved, and they're taking it more serious. And so the next time the court appearance happens, he will be there. But he has been going hard on Instagram, calling her a man.
Forget that. Amber Rose spoke out because she saw something on Baller Alert, and she said about the caption. They had put a caption about Priscilla. She said this caption is victim blaming. Her past has nothing to do with him touching her inappropriately. This is why rape victims and women that get sexually assaulted sit in silence. If he did it, then he did it. If she's lying, then she's lying. God will handle that. But damn, this caption is ridiculous. The Game replied, leave it to you to defend a slut whom I've never inappropriately touched in my life. One, this was the thirstiest broad on the show. She threw her nasty twat at me for 5 weeks straight, which is true. And because I didn't like her vagina, strip, eyebrows, have an ass, she concocts a fucking story and is suing for $10 million. A fucking joke and a half. She signed up for the show like all the other girls, knowing damn well what she was getting herself into. A show where not one girl was disrespecting myself or anyone else. Yet this nut job of a chicken head says I touched her vagina? Oh, please. If I did, her thirsty ass would have loved it, but I didn't. So fact remains, this chick is crazy, and the show, VH1, and the entire cast know it.
First of all, you're on that reality show for a reason, and your past is relevant to your current situation. Once a slut, you're going to always have those tendencies. So I'm just
now
saying,
you can't reform yourself.
I mean, you probably can.
Where's
but
Charm School when you need it?
I'm just saying. Oh, shout out to Charm School. I used to watch that.
Shouts out to Monique.
I mean, but hey, Drea says that she's a reformed slut.
Yeah,
Is
she's
she?
cooking on Food Network.
Cooking what?
Like lasagna or something.
Okay.
Just get information.
Well, I'm just saying that I am not going to hate on the Game's response towards Amber Rose.
I'm not mad on
what?
his response. I think that she is a little bit greedy in seeking $10 million. I agree with Ashley 110%. You know exactly what you're signing up for. Just like all these women who were signing up for the love of Ray J, for Flav. Like you're signing up to put your tongue in his mouth and gyrate him.
No,
That's
they're
just
signing
what
up for a baby. They just hope and wish that condom breaks.
I mean, they literally showed the Game on a date in a bathtub with another woman, and I feel like they smoked a blunt, but you know what? She just said they hung out in the bathtub and then they left, and they didn't have sex. They didn't do nothing. There were girls who did say, "Yeah, we had sex. I went up to his room, we banged one out real quick, and here I am today."
I mean, that's what you sign up for.
You know, but now when we say sign up, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't set, you know what I mean? If it was to have happened that way, clearly, but look at the cards in which we're dealt, y'all. All
Game, just show up, JC Taylor, for your next
Take it seriously.
court case, because unfortunately you might be paying her some coins, gang.
And I feel like if she wants to be taken seriously, this should have been reported immediately.
It was.
Like, why?
This was reported
this...
while we were watching the show. Like, while they were still showing clips.
But my issue is she still stayed on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
the
saying?
actions were not
wasn't
split.
kicked off yet.
Well,
she wasn't kicked off yet. So
yeah, she did say multiple times.
Afterwards, then she got the boot. But I'm saying, if someone has sexually assaulted me, I'm not gonna sit here and skin and grin in your face.
No, not for no TV. No, exactly.
And we're going to get this handled.
Okay.
Hello, Olivia.
Come on.
Call Olivia.
I'm just saying.
Where's Miss Benson?
So, in other news, guys, and keeping up with more drama in this reality world that we all live and breathe in, Michele versus Toya Wright.
Oh, what was this tea? Because I couldn't even click on it because I was
we were sleeping. Getting our beauty rest. These two crazies were sitting here going at it, and basically, if y'all are not familiar with the story the history between Toya Wright and Michele dated Toya's now ex-husband Memphis.
Okay.
And did I say it wrong? Why you hit me? Anyways, so They dated, and then Michele got on Love and Hip Hop, and she was talking about he physically assaulted her and abused her, etc. Toya Wright was then married to him, and they were clapping back at each other, right? So then the situation was diffused. Now all of a sudden, earlier within the week, Toya released a book. She put it on her IG, and her book is called How to Lose a Husband. Michele comments on the Instagram post with crying, laughing emoticons. And so Toya Wright, she then comments back. And here we go, team. I'm not going to read all of them, just a few of the snippets. So Toya Wright claps back and she says, "Glad to know you're watching." And all these ridiculous hashtags.
Love that one.
Michele comes back and says, "Watching you look stupid." So then throughout the night, they were just going back and forth. And then mysteriously, they deleted all of the posts. But this is why I love blogs, and this is why I love being so nosy myself, because I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning like, oh, and I tweeted my friend like, "Girl, do you see what is going on?" And I'm just taking shots of them. So anyways, the story goes on and on. Switching gears though, earlier this morning, guys, when I woke up and thanked the Lord, Myth Hits and Michele had a reunion of some sorts. Yes, Michele says that she was able to face her fears, and she is sorry that she and Toya had that ridiculous sophomoric spat with each other. And let's see, she faced her. And I'm
going fake on her paper.
It's just.
Michele says about Myth Hits, her talk with Myth Hits: "I have faced my fears and decided to confront this. It was a very mature conversation, but I felt like the world had been lifted off my back. I spoke to him with peace, and we had closure." You know, you can go to her Instagram to see the full post. I'm not going to read it all, but you can go to Michele on Instagram to get all of that information. What do y'all think about this?
I think this is all fake. I'm so sick of these reality stars just giving us this half, excuse my French on a Sunday, ass bullcrap makeup relationships. Like, seriously, first it's Amber, and then it's Kim. Now it's freaking Toya and Michele. Like, is this for something greater? Like, are you fishing for some type of spinoff or a reality show?
Well,
I don't understand. And this is just like, what is going on? Like, literally 1 minute, because it's confusing to me to be arguing with someone and then 2 hours later, but I've seen God and I prayed, and now that
and our
God,
kids are gonna have play dates.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just think about everything that you just said. Toya has this new book, How to Lose a Husband. Who would even want to profess that in their life? Just putting that out there in the universe. That's number one. Michele's album is getting ready to drop this week.
Yeah.
And her show. How's the ratings been though?
I watch it because I liked first
season.
You
do, but
exactly.
Well, do y'all watch it? Okay, and then switching gears, Kanye, his album's about to come out, and then what? Wiz released.
But they're not giving us real reality now. It's just like WWE. This is all fake now.
Yeah.
Like, and we all know, we've discovered that this is all fake. They do this,
but they get
for
mad
the
at the
publicity.
media and the fans for
clapping back,
wanting to talk about it, or they're like, "Leave our business out of here."
Just
People hate Wendy Williams,
media.
and it's like,
no, Wendy doing her thing, calling everybody out on their fakeness.
She just sitting here or turn on the TV and talking about what you see on TV. Now, that's not what you want to represent. Because here's my thing. I watched this interview with Tara from Love and Hip Hop, and the interview, it made me be like, wow, like, I feel like she could be a normal person.
Because she is a smart, savvy woman, but she has fallen victim to the fame.
But then you hear her say things like,
and it's not even real fame.
People want to get upset, but they don't even see the other stuff. They don't see me building my ventures. They don't see me building my businesses and how great of a husband Peter is. So then why are you mad when we're talking? But clearly we don't see that. Clearly, if that was the case, it's not being shown. It's not being taken over here.
Tara.
It just confuses me, and it's just. But with Michele though,
I like her.
I don't know if her situation's fake. I could honestly see if this love situation really is, because Michele has this bit of anger in her. I feel and maybe this was a situation that she carried the whole way with her, you know what I mean? There was one relationship I held a lot of anger in. I went through a depression from it.
I understand
and then it took me years later to be like, You know what?
We've all been there at some point in time, so I'm not discrediting the whole
Toya
situation.
thing with the book though, like
For her
that
to even
bothered
come
me.
on Toya's post and to comment anything, it's like, my dude, fall back.
Yeah, but, like,
why
people
are you
probably
even
tagged her in
commenting?
it, like-
It doesn't matter. You can tag me all day long,
Yeah.
but I'm not
I mean,
going
true.
to participate in the foolery.
True.
It's
But
foolery.
that's where you are at though.
Mm-hmm.
K. Michele is we see her, she's boisterous, she always has something to say, and then that's that. And then she probably has regret in the morning, but in the moment,
That's
she
why
probably
they
just
deleted the post.
She probably just sees red and she
See,
goes
I go
for
through
it.
it too. I just don't delete my posts or my or my after buzzes or my.
That's because you're on reality check. You're keeping it real.
You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of keeping it real,
Girl, no.
Chyna.
China.
Yeah, in the Black Chyna.
Oh, what China do?
Just want all the kid to herself.
Again?
Ecstasy.
She got ecstasy on her. How's she gonna keep her child?
Oh.
Ain't she taking care of the Kardashians' kid?
Did you call her the nanny?
She was working in a bridal shop in
Bunch
Flushing.
of ladies.
She was working at a strip club in downtown.
Tell
Till
So
her
do
boyfriend
we-
called her out.
So
And
do
what
we
did that
think that
mean?
Blac Chyna or even Tyga, either one of them, are capable of having the child for like full time? Like, I don't really see them as either one of them being capable parents.
She goes, she's out on her fanny.
So over the bridge to Rob's house.
So over the bridge to the Kardashians.
To Rob she
What did she
goes.
say?
What do you guys think? Do you think that who deserves custody, Chyna
They
or
both do. They're both. I feel
joint,
like,
right?
Yes, because I feel like he is. I feel like do they love their child? I'm not going to take that.
He a
from
mess,
them.
she a mess, so they need to be a mess together because
Not together, co-parent mess.
No, I
together.
mean like co-parenting together because he's not giving his all because he's taking care of Kylie and she's not
She might be
giving.
taking
And she
care
taking
of
care of Rob.
She taking care of Rob though, so who taking care of the little one?
Tag me in, please. I got
Tag
something
her.
to say. Tag me. Thank you. So who do I think should have
Kris Jenner.
full
Yes.
custody?
Chris, can somebody get a baby to Chris?
Tyga's mother should have full custody.
Chris,
And father.
I think Chris need to just have custody of
Because
the
this
little
is
one.
just ridiculous. Like, come on, keep it together.
Oh my god, this bitch said Christian. This baby ain't even related to the family.
I mean,
What is he gonna do? He's just filed for this Chapter 13 bankruptcy. So is Kylie gonna take care of Tyga?
well, Chyna hates the fact that the baby has to go back and forth throughout the week, and the baby is going to be starting preschool really soon, so she just wants the baby to have some stability. And I totally get that, but
So it's 4 days at one place, however many.
I just feel like if you take this to a court, the judge is going to see you acting a fool
call
with
with ecstasy
Rob.
pills.
Yeah,
right.
like come on.
My thing is, yeah, y'all just need to work it out. But I mean,
Without the lawyers involved, because
Yeah.
once they get involved, then the judge might take the baby away from both of y'all.
That's
Take
what I'm
a
saying.
selfie like
But the
Kim
thing
and
is,
Amber.
there's no problem with that. I'm a product of divorce, and you do have to split your time when you are being a responsible parent trying to raise a unit.
Tap me
a
in.
family unit. So just go ahead and do that. Go.
You know what? This ain't got nothing to do with them. But did y'all see the Snapchat of Amber and Wiz sticking
Yes.
his tongue all,
Yes.
willy nilly? I'm like, what is going on in the
Snapchat
reality
me that.
world?
We
If
are
it's
family, like a giant
So maybe they
tree.
need to just go ahead and
I'm
just
mad
be
you
fake
sang
about
that.
it.
Snapchat me that if it's cool.
Cool. It goes down
All right, so
in
you
a
think
damn.
that
It
relationship
goes
is a
down
hot
in
mess?
a damn.
It go down and I say, yo, Molly, what's
It
good?
goes down in a damn. It goes down in a damn.
Hey. All right, so you think that relationship's a mess?
Yeah,
Girl,
they all a
No,
mess.
listen to this one.
Listen.
To the sounds of
So while people was trying to keep it relevant, apparently some tea came out from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. They trying to spread the word, y'all. They trying to get some coin up. They trying to get some views up. They trying to get back on the team.
Fire. Okay. keep
Fire
So Miss
everybody.
Amber,
Hire us.
Amber, I ain't going on Love and Hip Hop.
going. Jesse will. Amber Laura.
Amber,
What's going on?
Amber, because it's two R's.
Amber
Laura.
So apparently she has not been truthful all herself because
The
apparently
name like that with 2 R's?
Oh,
I have 2 R's in my name.
That's a lie right there.
In the
Amber. At the end, that's too much work.
maybe her mother was cold when she had her.
Amber.
Y'all are so stupid.
So, guys, no, seriously though, Amber was blindsided at the fact that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood wasn't going to ask her back.
Was she really blindsided?
And she's confused, because she's
Or can
dating
you see it coming?
notorious rapper Petey Pablo.
It was kind of like Portia when she didn't get that peach.
Petey Pab, motherfucker.
Did you just say notorious rapper Petey Pablo?
Who was looking for him?
First of all, this
North
new
Carolina,
generation doesn't even know who he is.
Bitch, he was on Empire.
Like I said, this new
Really?
generation
He
doesn't
played a
even
prison
know who
inmate.
he is. He had
With
like
Lucius Allen.
1, 2, 3 songs.
Anyways, he had 2 that I remember. That
I remember swinging your head over like a helicopter.
Yeah. Okay, so that was happening.
No, I remember
So she
that
says
one.
that
How
Petey
you
is a
like
great
it,
support.
Daddy?
Oh, that was Petey Pablo?
Hey,
Yeah.
that's my jam.
Okay.
She said Petey is a great support system, keeps her grinding, and he knows the entertainment business. So if this is a happy situation, girl, don't record
He's
it.
like the crypt keeper. How old is he?
Girl, like probably like
100.
about to hit 40. Okay, so that tea. Then
way
we
older
seen
than
some
that.
tea with Milan and Moniece where it was rumored that they were
Lies.
like fucking with each other, dating. He might have put a finger in the
Lies.
hole or something.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Kanye.
But so like the internet like was going crazy, or like
Going crazy.
some blogs were going nuts, and they were like, wait a minute, now this boy's out here telling people he's straight now. You was mad.
Petey Pablo? He's gay?
No, Milan.
Oh, my God.
Miles was out
me
here
start
saying
rumors.
he fucks boys and girls. You telling him to be authentic, but then you out here with Moniece.
I just think it's all ridiculous.
Well, it's all ridiculous because then come to find out that then these boys, he dropped the charges
Now they're
on
in
Miles, and now they're in love. Talk about, we gonna get in trouble on this
Yeah,
Snapchat.
Miles.
Like, I can't.
I just
First of all, why are they
Okay.
matching?
'Cause they're in love.
That's
They got
so
matching tattoos.
Makes you
1985.
match. So here are a few of my key things with what you said. Okay, Amber Laura. So she claims that Milan is the reason as to why she got axed from the show.
He was bad mouthing her.
Yeah, he was bad mouthing her
Showing the
to
receipts.
the producers. Yeah, so he was bad mouthing her, bullying her on social media, etc., etc. So it's just really ridiculous. They're so stupid, these two. I think that it's really ridiculous. I mean, I can go on and on about it, but I won't.
Yeah,
because
they're not even worth.
It really is.
Amber,
The
go get a
truth
coat
of
on.
The truth of the matter is, she really never had a storyline. Let's just keep it 100.
You know what? If Amber
And
wants to stay on the show, she needs to take notes from Portia, because when Portia was demoted and she didn't even have a peach, she built up her storyline. Call Portia.
You didn't ask to be
That's
tapped
a
in.
totally different type
It's
of show.
totally different.
It's totally different, but I mean, hello.
But
no
then
one wants
Let's
you.
really think about this. The only reason why Amber was brought on the show was because
Her boyfriend was
of
gay.
Miles.
Her fake
so
boyfriend was
now
gay.
that he's out, we don't need you.
Her fake, not broke, not baby daddy, ex-boyfriend.
Whatever. And then these two, I'm sorry,
What is
y'all.
gay?
The M&Ms, y'all are so thirsty for attention. Next,
love.
is it my turn?
Yeah, girl.
Okay. Anyways, speaking of somebody else, who-
Honestly, I'm retiring from Love and Hip Hop on
Please.
AfterBuzz
Okay,
TV.
let's do it.
you should.
After
And from this
Atlanta. After Atlanta.
Oh, I have tea about Atlanta.
Tell us.
What is it?
What's the tea?
Okay. Erica Dixon. She is quitting Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah.
Really?
She's quitting. Let me tell you why. So basically, I'm quoting here, it is mentally and physically draining, and people
Well,
don't get that. And with
me
me
too.
being a mom, shouts out Erica, with me being a mom, I still have to put on face when it comes to her, that she's speaking of her daughter,
Yeah.
no matter what I'm going through. I can honestly say I'm at peace and in a happy place.
Absolutely.
And she's
End
still suing
quote.
Scrappy.
Yeah, and she needs her child support. So I'm sure he will still be on it.
You
But
know,
she won't.
Scrap about to be on
He
this
need a
too.
coin.
Because he needs money.
Yes.
Who's buying his
I
albums?
just really want him to just go back to being a full-time rapper, because
too.
back in the
Wasn't he
day he
hot?
was hot.
Yeah.
Like, can you just go back? Like,
No, but
leave
he
this
still
reality
comes out with
stuff
dope
alone.
music. He just don't put it out there.
But because all of his energy is not going
Yep.
towards it. Like, if you put 100% and invest your time into just that,
Because he's really talented.
he is.
And
I
he
love
was my
Scrappy.
favorite.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yeah.
IJS. So yeah, Erica, shouts out. I think that's a very mature and great look, and you have the future in the palm of your hands.
Boom.
What do you think she's gonna do after this, though?
Well, you know, she has the clothing line and then a
Boom.
hairline. And
who doesn't?
But who cares if she puts all of her energy into that?
Just
go
saying.
on Shark Tank, girl. Get you a damn investment banker.
Well, this is
Yeah.
what's going to
saying?
happen. She is going to raise a wonderful,
beautiful,
mentally stable-minded
Absolutely.
young woman.
Yeah.
Imani. So, you know, that's what you do.
Pause before we get on to the
Yes.
next. Also, did you see the Omarion and April talking about they gonna come?
Honey.
How you gonna tell me you done with the show and
Okay,
then you
tell-
back
ju-
before the show
but
even
tell the
starts?
people.
Because they
Tell the
needed some
people.
money to go to Red Lobster.
And get them biscuits.
Baby, it's
Okay,
kids.
tell them they don't know.
Omarion
Jesse.
and
Tell-
April done quit Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. They said it's too much. It's taking away from
So that means they're
Omarion's
going to get
music
their
career.
own reality show. That's what
Who's
that
gonna
means.
watch that?
Yeah, like
I
here's
am.
the
I'm
thing.
not.
Really?
I am. I like them.
I do too, but
I
like
really like
the
them.
Stevie and Jocelyn show doesn't work for me because.
That show was whack.
But here's the thing. But it don't work for me because
it's scripted.
You're just waiting for Rashida to pop up in the next scene,
I
or
hate
like
her.
you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, this is why it works on Love and Hip Hop because I only get to see parts of it.
Exactly. I don't want to watch Omarion in April 24/7. Like I can care less about what you do after your
I'd rather
little
watch
snippet.
Usher get a reality show.
I don't want to
Oh,
see
yeah. Usher?
Daddy Usher. I don't want to see him
I
get a reality
would.
Oh,
show.
honey,
I'm so happy he divorced that woman, man.
And he's happily married again to someone who's almost his age.
That was a sneak marriage. Who did he marry?
I like
His,
sneak
I
marriages.
think she was his PR person. Or
I mean,
his,
hello, Usher, since you marrying just
no,
anybody.
Not PR person, like a management. I don't know, but she's somebody in the business.
Because I
who
did
does
see him
something
walking
for
down the
him.
street. I should just went ahead and hollered.
You should have.
Because he's just marrying anybody.
I heard you a good kiss.
But you're just not anybody, honey. Anyways, y'all, so let's move
Tried it.
ahead. But then I also heard that K. Michelle will be going back to the Love and Hip Hop because of her opening for her
Restaurant,
restaurant. That's a good look, Kay. Anyways, so other news. Speaking of more mess and more crazy people in reality, Peter Thomas. We talked about him last week and the week before.
I'm mad we talk about him more than we talk about
Yeah. But you know what I'm loving about him? I love the beard. I love that it's gray. That's one thing
He
that
looked like he ate the pussy like eating a peach. Like,
it's just
that's
all
why
over
he
his
don't got a
face.
peach in the intro because he done ate it like Cynthia's
Okay.
Ew, Jesse.
Peter and the Giant Peach.
Oh, you guys, I'm the sanctified one on the panel. Nonetheless, so Peter Thomas had got into a bar fight with a patron on, I don't know what the date was, but Brandon Link, he is actually claiming that Peter pushed him into a table and he fell over and hit his head.
They both need freaking IV.
Okay,
What is
and
that
so
called?
Link filed a police
For
report
old people
claiming
bones.
battery, and now the cops have issued
some milk,
a
bitch.
criminal summons for Peter to come in and be investigated. Now, being the nosy person that I am, I went online and I was able to see the scuffle. We only see a snippet of it. I do not see Peter pushing the guy into the table and the table breaking. Maybe that was afterwards. But what I did see was a little Peter Thomas lightly shoving the guy.
I mean,
Was it violently though, or like?
I mean, you could tell that it was getting escalated. And then I hate when women get in the middle of a men's scuffle. Like,
No, I used to.
Women don't do it.
don't come for my man, because I will jump on your back and punch you in the head.
She really
Okay, I
would
don't
too.
do that.
And then cuss you out for hitting a woman.
Yes.
A man's strength is a man's strength, and I'm not trying to be in a
Please.
man's
You heard
place.
of David and Goliath? I got the strength of God in me.
And you gonna get knocked down by a man.
Didn't, won't,
Will.
didn't,
Will.
won't.
And could.
Zero to hero,
Will
just
and
like
could.
that.
Anyways, moving on.
That's about formation.
No, Master P.
Reality check or
Reality
reality
check
X?
or reality X?
Go. Master P, what's the situation?
Oh, God. Am I doing that?
Yeah, girl.
What?
You
I
right.
tried to go to formation. You said now.
Right, you want to talk about Master P, bitch.
Tell us about him.
Talk about his washed up ass.
We don't know about no master.
What he do?
Tell us, make us say, Corinne. Makeup. Makeup, Linda.
Oh.
Why are y'all so ratchety?
I was fine today, and then y'all brought it up.
Anyway, so nonetheless, so are we reality checking or reality acting this? Master P's strange
was that
wife, Sonia Miller, wants $26,000 a month Master P sent a letter to a judge stating that Sonia is financially bleeding him dry with $10K a month that he currently gives her and child support and more than $16K a month in spousal support. She is pursuing to get more of the coins, and he's just basically saying that she, has this insatiable appetite for like living this high profile life.
How old are all his kids? What's the youngest?
Like what, 13, 12
Yeah.
or 13, but they all stay with him.
I recently,
Except for one daughter who's 19, and Master P is alleging that the 19-year-old daughter who has dropped out of high school stays with her mom because they smoke blunts together.
And I recently read that basically what Master P is saying is that this is not the 90s. I don't have the money that I used to have. And that's his argument. Like, I don't have it. But I find it interesting that he did say that the 19-year-old just stays at home and just smokes with the mom. I don't know if I believe that or not. I kind of do. I don't know.
Well, I find that to be confusing because I watched his reality show. I'm probably like the only person who did. But I watched it, and he has like his kids thinking and talking business and getting into, whatever it is that interests them and trying to make them think outside the box to create revenue for themselves.
But you know what? Speaking of kids and creating revenue, I think that what Master P has done is put a lot of his assets in under Romeo's name. Yeah. So it's not necessarily like
it's
his
not
money.
A thing. That's obvious.
Exactly. So when he goes to the judge and says, I don't have this money, it's true, he doesn't. It's under Romeo's name, but it's still his money, but it's not like there's no paper trail. So it's really smart, but it's also really shady because you're not giving your wife what she deserved, or ex-wife what she deserves. Like, if you have all of this money, then she was there from you when you was making them say
when
so,
nobody wanted to date you, Percy Miller, she was by your side. Nonetheless,
I'm gonna reality X the fact that he is not trying to give her the money that she deserves. If she built this with you, then you need to kind of give back to her. Like,
I need
that's
to see the court
up.
case and see how much she was given, how much she really deserves of it.
I mean, $26,000 may seem like a lot,
but it's
only to us because we don't know how. Yeah, you feel me? So I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money. But when you look at Diddy's bank account, and you look at Jay-Z's bank account, it doesn't matter. Those are his kids. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, but it gets to a certain point where it's like...
she can get a job too, though.
Of course she can get a job, but then you think about his kids. If you are 18 and older, you need to be taking care of yourself.
But then if all of the kids are allegedly staying with him full time...
That doesn't make any sense. Kick them out. 18 and over, you need to get a job.
But so then why is he paying this woman that money when his daughter with her is 19?
That's his ex-wife,
No,
though.
You still get that spousal support.
Hello. Alimony.
Oh, they never signed nothing.
No, she was with him when he didn't have
since
nothing.
high school.
Bye.
When he was smelly. Anyways. So yeah, are you reality Xing or checking this story?
They give her coin. Reality checking her for her coin.
Right.
On reality, y'all need to get it together. Embarrassing each other in social media.
Messy.
And having us come on this show on a Sunday to talk about y'all.
And we leave that to the Cardi B's.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Kardashians.
Reality check or reality X.
And the Khalifas.
Remember a while ago, we talked about... Remember back when we talked about this story, Zola, the stripper?
Don't.
Yes.
The stripper who she went to Miami and it was like
she tweeted the whole story. It was so
about her stripping.
She met this white girl and her boyfriend, and she ended up going to.
Ashley is the only person in America who did not read that.
She went to Florida with this random girl that she met, and they were gonna dance there. But it turns out that her pimp ended up trying to pimp her out too. Pimped this girl out. The boy, like, people almost died. Like, it was this whole story, and she tweeted detail.
So this was like making of a murderer, but making of a stripper.
On Twitter though.
Yum.
How to make a stripper.
Make it pop, booty clap.
Rumor has it is that it's actually going to become a movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I would watch it.
And what's his name? James Franco.
Yes,
is helping to produce this movie. Mm-hmm. So are we here for it?
I'm here for it. I'll watch Making of a Stripper.
I'm here. Reality check. Boop
boop.
And that's real shit. This is a real reality show.
Speaking of,
I'd be curious to see what James Franco's spin would be, because everyone has like
He's a little funny.
Yeah,
like, but that's the same. James Franco, you're gonna do it, then I don't want what's his name in it. Seth Rogen.
no,
Love Seth Rogen.
Y'all, bromance needs not on the Zola set, please.
Yeah.
We need urban people. But
Hello, Blac.
I'm gonna check it.
Huh?
What she
I
said.
said, hello, Blac.
Pro Black. Speaking of Pro Black, what you got?
Let's talk about formation. Hey B. So
Girls.
I love this video. I love what it's about. I think it's pro Black. I love the little my baby with my baby hairs, afro, all that jazz. Corinne, how do you feel about it?
I love
love
the imagery of the video, and I love the choreo because she dances,
Yeah,
honey.
she did.
And
What do you not
and she
like about the
smashed.
video?
I'm confused. That's just what I'm saying.
What are you confused about?
Everything. Look at Ashley
Give me
trying to
one
bait
thing.
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it as the white man on this table. But I am gonna say it. But as working here
Just
at Black
say it
Hollywood
then.
Live,
Just say it. You ain't got to support it.
I
Say
hear
it.
a lot of times people always talking about, pro black, but then I hear the different shades of blackness, and certain shades get, preference before others. So in this video, it's interesting to me that she's talking about Blue Ivy's hair and how she loves the nappiness of it. But then you have Blue Ivy, and I'm sure you selected the two other children, or not Beyonce, but someone did, to put them in their dark skinned, and Blue Ivy's in the center light skinned, and that could be reading way too much in this.
I think it's
end up
reading
on
way
world
too
stuff.
much.
You're not reading, Jesse.
I think
those
you
are my
are.
sentiments. Even with even with her dancers, like she's the lighter skin, and everyone else is dark skin. But these dark skin dances,
No,
is
they
giving.
suck.
Could
Could
it be that she feels that dark-skinned women are not held up to on a pedestal, or not giving these opportunities, and so she wanted to present them in this light?
I
No,
hope so.
this is-
That's what I'm hoping.
This-
I'm hoping that she's thinking, well, light-skinned girls are always in the video, so let me get my dark-skinned, beautiful sisters to represent as
That's
well.
not it. So the premise of the video actually is about
It's-
pro-black, Black Lives Matters, etc. So there are a few stanzas in her verses where she is actually saying a few things about it, but the consistency throughout the song, that's where I just draw a loss.
I love it.
I think
I'm
that
for it.
visually, I mean, first of all, let's just talk about this.
Yeah,
Because
break it down.
my statement ain't going to only be that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday,
Blue Ivy's cute though.
our worlds were
Shouts
shook.
out.
Beyonce done, ripped the follicles out of everyone's motherfucking
I think it's
hair.
awesome. I think it's beautiful. I love that she is repping for us Black folk. I love that she mentioned Blue Ivy having the fro, and I mean, I'm here for it. Now I get what you're saying. So it's kind of like a Destiny's Child type situation where Beyonce's in the middle and she got the two darkies in the back. So Michele and Kelly kind of situation.
I'm just
Well,
proposing the question.
I'm just saying, like, this is where I struggle, because I went to look up the lyrics after I saw the video. Like, I really confused it. And, confuse it. But, okay, so she is talking about the whole aftermath of Hurricane Katrina,
Yeah.
and then what happened there. So I got that.
Hey,
but
Jay
then
Seton.
just other things, I just get lost in translation, B. Like, what are we doing? And now you're rapping?
She been doing this though.
Yeah,
this
she
sound
been
like
doing the rapping
from
thing.
something off B-Day. Honestly, this is like a B-Day
I love
track.
this only
No,
because
B-Day
I
was
feel like
No. BJ was magical.
BJ
But this
This is
visuals,
amazing. Formation was great. I feel like she is now owning who she is as an individual. Oh, okay, I'll wait.
Girl, no, you finishing. You over here on
I
your
feel
box.
like
On your soapbox.
When y'all was talking, y'all just kept going. I had to keep on pushing through.
Bitch, watch
you
this back
come
and see how
on,
many
come
times
on
I
through,
have
Corinne.
ahead,
Come on
honey.
through, just saying on eight. Come on through.
ahead.
Oh, speaking of coming on through, me and Corinne met. Come on, Patty, at the NAACP.
Do y'all want to see him on the show? With
Yeah,
us?
we're gonna bring him
It's
on.
coming.
We're gonna bring him on to the show. But you know what? I'm here for Formation. I think that it was something that was really great to see, and hopefully she performs it at the Super Bowl tonight.
Well,
Will.
bitch, we need
you
to wrap
know
this
who
up.
I feel sorry for?
Who?
Rihanna. Because nobody's talking about her album, but everybody's talking about
Oh,
Formation.
I am. I
I'm
personally am.
anti.
I think the album's great.
I'm hashtag anti.
I'm not one of them
anti.
haters who's gonna just
Hashtag.
come out here and because Beyonce dropped something, I'm gonna forget about what
That's it.
Rihanna
I
did
got a
last
demonic
week.
feeling from
I
that.
will.
Have you listened to the album? There's nothing demonic
can't-
about it.
Well, the name
Anti is not
anti.
mean anti-God or at
Have you
all.
seen the imagery, like the commercials that promote it? I just get a headache. Like I walked into Hot Topic.
Side note, guys, and going back to
Topic gave me such a
Beyonce
headache.
and this Black Lives Matters video.
Spencer's does that.
Her husband Jay-Z had donated $1.5 million to the Black Lives Matter,
But who did he give it to? I'm confused because I don't even know who's on the board of Black Lives Matter. Like, is there a board? Who did you give it to? Because you could have given it to me.
There's no board. I mean, I'm
pro Black Lives Matter.
I'll take
Me too, actually.
Like, who did he give it to? Like, I
am
have
pro
not.
Black Lives.
Look, I'm cheap.
Is there
I
a
got
president?
student loans and the amount of like.
Is there a president of Black Lives Matter? Me.
Oh my
I'll
God,
take
wait.
it.
No, there's
We
a
didn't talk
woman
about
who,
something we have to talk about before we
hold
wrap
on.
up. In the reality world. Did I talk about this last week? I
don't
did.
know.
Never mind.
Well, I want to talk about OJ versus the people. Did y'all watch it?
Sure the fuck did.
You know what? I was living for it.
I was the
One
OJ
good
wasn't,
thing.
and the Kardashians
Listen.
weren't either.
Because Chloe is OJ's daughter. Let me tell you how I came up with this conspiracy theory.
Right. Please.
Because you know
emphasize
the part in
conspiracy.
the movie where OJ tries to commit suicide by putting the gun to his head. He said in an interview that he did that when he was in his daughter's room. Now in the movie it's portrayed as Kim's room, but we all know that factually it is indeed Chloe's room.
She really thought about that on her drive up here.
But
I'm just saying that,
I
and
was
she
gonna
don't
ask you
look
guys-
like the Kardashians.
Wait,
She
I
was
was
real
gonna ask you
ethnic.
guys a question.
Come on to the dark
Where
side,
did this
boo.
rumor
why does she
start
look real
from?
ethnic? Because she bought her booty?
No, she does look.
No,
she looks
ethnic. She's a beautiful girl, but she looks ethnic. She does not look
Well, they all look
Armenian and
ethnic.
white.
They
She doesn't
they
look
are
Armenian.
ethnic.
She doesn't look Armenian.
Okay.
She look like she could be mixed with some African
Anyways.
and American.
I don't think that.
Well, I thought the show was great. I thought it was interesting that they tried to push the Kardashians in it as much.
Oh my
like,
gosh, don't do it in Kimmy's room.
Courtney, stop running around. Like, that's tacky. It was tacky.
It
Chloe
was.
thought it was tacky too. To have Kim in the room, it
show
was
is
just
tacky,
like,
though.
okay, her show is tacky. And then Kris Jenner, it was just like, Kris Jenner said she loved it. She thought it was great and whatever. OJ said,
But did you
he
see the picture?
Wasn't mad.
I'm sorry. Did you see the picture of Kris Jenner next to her ex-boyfriend, Caitlyn Jenner, in the courtroom with her
She
husband?
can't. She's like.
I'm
not
just
straight.
saying, but that was crazy though.
She just can't do it.
She was sitting next to Caitlyn in the courtroom while her husband at the time was defending OJ.
No. At that time, she was sitting next to Bruce.
Still, you know what I mean. That's some shadiness.
I thought it was fantastic.
Actually, my problem is Robert
Okay.
Kardashian.
Was he skinny in the movie?
How'd you feel? I thought he was ridiculous. I
You
thought
don't like Schwimmer?
no. He was the only person watching it. He took me away from the show every
Oh,
time.
I love him. I'm here for Friends.
I didn't.
Okay, but it wasn't Friends.
I didn't.
But he's
feel,
from Friends though.
Feel any type. My issue was probably Cuba getting Junior after the premiere of the show. Like, that's my only thing. Like, now you have all this to say. Like, go to sleep. You know, be thankful that someone cast you in something.
Ooh.
But
I'm
he had to
just
smoke all them
saying.
cigarettes to
Yeah,
make his
don't
voice
care.
like that.
Yeah, whatever.
I love Cuba,
I think
though.
it's
Me too.
It's
And him with that
hot
voice
mess. He's such
actually
a
made
hot
me even
mess,
want him
and I
more.
love him for it.
he's just all over the place.
Yeah, and I love that he's
So
a
I thought
hot.
it was great. I think
They
that they
have
are
footage of him
trying
dancing in
to
the
stay
club by
true to the
himself.
book, which is a good thing because I did read the book.
did?
So yeah,
All the tea.
I
I know
handle
you
my
know all
business.
the
So
tea.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought the casting was great. Courtney B. Vance is a mazel, and you need an Emmy. Thanks.
Well, how do you feel about OJ saying that he feels everyone's starting to feel like Cochran's portrayal wasn't really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and everyone hates
I spoke to you about this.
Well, yeah, but to the
for the
people.
show, for the people.
I
the
think
people.
his portrayal is not really all that accurate, but I enjoy Courtney as the actor. It's not because that's not really who I think the world, really knows Johnny Cochran to be. Like, he really was an advocate. He really was a fighter. He was one for the people. He did amazing things, just not within the Black community, but just within the world of law too. So, blah, blah.
So let's move on. Scott Disick was seen leaving the same club that the Kardashians were in, including Courtney. Are they back together? Or was this just for taping?
I just think taping
They're
they have
friends.
they
They have
are the
friends.
perfect they're friend. No,
They're
he
friends.
is always going to be tied to that
He
family.
will always be with them. They're friends.
well, I reality exit, because if you're done, you're done. But you know what? Ryan probably called him and was like, okay, I know you're getting $3 million right now, but I'm going to give you 5 if you show up at this club and act for the cameras.
I can see a little incentive.
Absolutely. That's all of our stories.
That's it. Yeah. I gotta go see Beyonce now, so let's wrap this on up.
All right, everyone, everyone join us next week. We will have a special guest. Should we tell them now who it is? Because they ain't that special.
No.
Who?
Anyways,
she Chyna?
No, I said, should we tell everyone who our special guest is next week?
Like I said, who?
Exactly. Anyways,
Corinne, where can
Ashley put
find
liquor
you?
in my cup.
No.
Please do not. Yes, you did. Are we gonna lie? We gonna lie? I'm
reality
X and Ashley over here.
She's just like a reality star.
You're just like a reality
please call
star.
me. I will definitely be on a reality show.
Me too, guys. But y'all can find
Unless
me.
you
Jesse, you would be on a reality show. Shut up.
If I'm producing it,
We'll make me look good.
I sure will.
Like Angela Simmons.
No,
on,
I will make y'all look good.
Because Angela Simmons
tag
is
me in.
You ain't gotta make me look good.
Ashley, you do it yourself. You make yourself look good.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all can tweet me at Just Saying 08. Jesse, where can everyone find you?
Thank you, host of the show. It's DJ Jesse J.
Y'all are so out of control tonight. Ashley Gray.
And everyone can find me at Ashley Gray TV on Instagram and on Twitter. Thank you
Who
so much.
that is, my baby mama?
Oh my God.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African-American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.